Hello, so let's quickly uh, create our model called purchases model. We had not created that down here, so we are going to use the command. Okay, so php artisan make model purchases model. Okay, then we enter that, so we have the purchases model here created down here. And in this we are going to connect our table. Okay, so let's say use Harst factory, and then we are going to import as bank. Okay, it is already imported there directly, so we say use protected table purchases. Okay, so let me just come here and check if our table purchases, the table name is purchases, so that is okay. So use protected table purchases. Okay, and then there are some other things that we will need, like let me just come and copy things we have here in the, sorry, not there but here in the invoice model. So we will also use single ID. This one is also very important. We just need to copy that and put it here. Then we come to invoice model as well, and then we can also use get record, this one, and we can close this one now. Then we paste this here. Then our get record is ready. So here we are using the purchases. Also we have is deleted, so soft delete is enabled. Okay, so we can remove this model for now. Now we have the model ready, so let's implement it step by step. Okay, let's implement it step by step. So we have the supplier ID. So from here we have the supplier. Okay, already I copied that, so we have it here. So supplier ID, so we say request, and we are going to use trim function. Okay, I like using trim function because it will avoid pasting, it will avoid the copying and inserting directly spaces. So let's say trim request, then we say supplier ID, sorry, supplier supplier ID, and then you close that. Then we have purchase invoice ID. Okay, trim invoice ID. Then we have voucher number, we have purchase date, we have payments, not payment status. Why did I get the one for so let's just finish this one. So we have the payment status, and then yeah, so we have purchase total, net total, let's first of all remove this. Let's remove this which is causing error there, so that we remain with a clean code, cleanest code here. We will remove this one as well. Okay, so we come back here. I'm just suggesting we make this read only first, because I could not see it coming the other side. So after that, let's come and refresh this page. So we can see this is a read only. Yeah, total amount is there. So when I click on submit, why is it not coming? I think it is not coming because of this. So I need to DD everything. So DD request, DD request all. Okay. So let me come refresh this page and then submit. Yeah, so we can see we are getting net total. If we disabled it, it means it cannot be captured. So let's also take net total. Okay, so net total between invoice. So we we get this. Let us get voucher number, purchase date, purchase payment method, then net total. So we write here purchase net total, and then we say trim net total. Purchase date. No, we don't need this. Purchase date. So here we use purchase date, date. We are going to use the strt2 time. Okay, that way. So that one is going to save dates perfectly. So let's go here and then we try again. So we come back, refresh this page, we submit. Now we can see that we have everything. Where's date, payment date, it is here. Okay, we have the total is there. So let's insert this into the database so we can comment out that one. We don't need it anymore. So to insert it, we come back and create our class. Sorry. To insert that, we just need to do that, and then we refresh this page. Okay. Yeah, so there is something which is still not working. Let me just come to browse. We see if the record has been inserted. It has not been inserted. Okay. The record has not been inserted. Why is the problem? The problem is we are not returning. Okay, so we save here and then return. We return redirect purchases success with success message. Okay, so purchase save. Yes, so let's try again. Let's come back. We come back and then we copy. Sorry about that. I don't know, today I'm tired or what is the problem. So we can see purchase added successfully. So when you come here to refresh our database, we are able to see we have one record here. So we have supplier ID, invoice ID, voucher number. Also we get other payment status. We get like accepted, purchase date is there, and we get uh, created that, updated as, deleted, so we get the deleted status. Okay, so that is working perfect. If we come to add new record, we say let's choose customer, then we say invoice 2. Here we added invoice 1, invoice 2, so let's create invoice 1, and then we say that one is the amount. So invoice is 002. Then we have date, just say today's date, and then pending. Yeah, so we say pending, you submit that record. So we are able to see the second record is here perfectly. So let's now implement the next record, which is edit. Okay, so we come is edit purchase, create that class here, down here. So public function, public function edit, then we carry with ID. Okay, so here we are going to put close it down there. Then we are going to say header. Yeah, that's header. Then purchase find IID. So this one we are just going to call it get record, and then we say purchase model get single. Okay, get single record. We had already created that, so that is okay. Then we pass data here. Okay, so when we click edit, let's bring edit here. Edit, we already created the method get record, we have used that one, and then we come to our this edit. Okay, so let's just create here purchases, and then edit get ID. So that is okay. So we will need to write this method. Let me just leave one for now. I will leave one, and I will just need to delete up to here. Okay, and let's say edit purchases, edit purchase. Okay, then here we also need to write. So in the edit side we are going to have something looking like so we have supplier name. So let's start with the supplier name. So we say supplier, actually supplier. So we have here is get supplier value 1. Let me see, we have that. No, we don't need that one. Get record, get supplier. So we come to our controller. We already got the supplier here. Okay, where is the supplier? So we hit this one. We can copy this, we copy, and then we bring it here. So let's just copy the whole of this for getting supplier, and then we bring it down here. Okay, get supplier. We are also going to use get, we have get supplier in the head, then we have get invoice. So this is also going to be used. Okay, get invoice number. Yeah, so that one is ready, and then we come and put this. So we have get supplier. Let me just get the method. So we have get suppliers, that is okay. And yeah, so let me remove this one. I will remove that, and yeah, so let me just try to refresh this. Let me remove that, and then we try to refresh this page to check if everything is just working okay. And before we do that, we need just to make our list also contain the buttons. Okay, we need our list to contain the buttons. So what do we need to do? So for our list to contain the action, so we'll just have to create, first of all, let me just put this, yeah. Yes, so we close the for else, we save that, and then we have this button edit, we have another one for delete. Okay, button for delete. So let's remove these things here first. Let's remove this first. We don't need it first. You just have to remove everything. Otherwise we will get errors. Okay, so let us get this is purchases. Actually we are not getting purchases, but we are getting the record, so we will be using get record. Let me see from our list. Our list, we have purchase. So we'll say data get records. Okay, data, I think we can say data get purchases, data get purchases model. Then in the purchases model we get record. Already we had written that, so we come here and paste this here. Okay, so this one remain as purchase. Okay, so we have purchase, and here I think this one also we just need to remove. We shall put the iteration, or let's just put that for now. Yeah, so we shall try to refresh this page and see what we have. So we can see that we have everything is now okay. So you have number 1, 2. So when we come to click on edit like that, we can see that we are getting the supplier, so it is working perfect. So I'll come to implement the list later on. Let's continue with the edit button first. So when we come to edit, we are done with the supplier. So the next is our next is what? So when you come to add, so our next is going to be voucher invoice number. Okay, so let's say this invoice number. Yeah, so we have invoice number, which we are using value 2, just what we did on the add. We are using value 2 and then select. So what you do here is that invoice name is equal to the invoice ID, which we have used here. Invoice ID is here, so you can see, and then we have said get invoice as value 2. So get invoice is here. We already declared that. Get invoice number, this one, okay, which is coming from the invoice model. Okay, then is as value 2. Then we get total value is equal to this, and then we get the data total as this one. But with this we need to copy the script that we had here, okay, for it to work perfectly, because sometimes we need to change that. The first value will be coming from the database though. So this one we come and paste it here. Okay, so after pasting that, we come and refresh this page. Let's see, there is an error somewhere. Let's get where's the error. Okay, so it is not an error. invoice number is coming perfect. So what we need is just to implement the value which is net total net. Okay, so we need to put the total net, exactly what we've done here. So let's come and say invoice number, then the total amount. Okay, so we have the total amount. You come and put here the total amount. We are going to use input number, then the name is total net total. So when you come here to our database, what is the name? The name is net total. Okay, so that is what you copy and place here. Then yeah, so we put it as read only, so it is going to be reflected directly from what we have. When you come to this page and refresh, so we can see, so when you change to invoice 2, the value changes. The same thing we do to our next number. Next is voucher number. Okay, so we copy that. You can install any AI tool that you like, and then it can assist you to automatically generate. We are in the AI cutting edge, so you don't need to do things manually most of the time. So voucher number, we just need to paste that. Then we come refresh this page, we see voucher number 2. That is what we placed. Then the next one is purchase date. Okay, so you come and put let's say purchase date. We are using date, so we're going to use date to edit that. Then the next one is status, so we had the status. So here is the status. Ensure that you've written this. So this one is disabled. Actually, you can disable it. It's only showing once it is selected, then this disappears. That is what this means. So you write disabled hidden, and then option 1 is value 1 get record payment status equal to 1 selected, then pending, then number 2 is accepted, rejected. Okay, then you close the div. Let me refresh this page. So the date is not coming. Still the date is not coming, so we are going to check on how that date is done. Why is it not coming? Why is the date not coming? So the date is coming here, like that is how we need to do it. Okay, so we have value, get record, so we have value 1. Okay, let me just put this in an orderly manner, because already this we don't need to put. Okay, this payment, then purchase date, oh here, so the date has got issue. So we have get record purchase date. Let's just check the field of the date. Why is it not coming? Okay, I think because we need just to make this be like a date. Okay, that is the reason as to why. So let's just write here date, sorry, let's put it like this. Then we say date, so let's put this. So we come here, and then we need to put the braces like this. Let me just okay, let's put braces. Then I've copied this, which is going to be a bit promising. So we have date string to time, then record purchase date. Okay, so when you come here and refresh this page, we are getting the dates that we have in the database, and you can also change the date to the date you want. Okay, So that is implemented. And what is the next one? The next one is payment, which we have already placed there. Then we have the submit button. Now we call it update. So that is all. We ensure that this is placed to the right uh, URL, and then we come to our lists and ensure that we edit it to what we have here. So we have the purchases. Let me come and see. So you have purchases, edit. Yeah, this is just right. That is just right. So we refresh that. We can change. So let's write the update class function. So to update that, we come to public function update purchase. Let me just come and see. Do we have this? Is called update purchase. Okay. Yeah, so let's just write that as public function. Then we put this. Okay. So let me see if it's exactly what I've done. It's right. So we have purchase model find. This one we just need to write get single record, get single record, and then we pass ID. Then we are going to supply ID, invoice, voucher. Okay. Then we have purchase date, string to time. We have date is okay. We have payment status, then total net. So this one is also is being updated. Okay. So let's come and submit this. So it tells us that it has successfully updated. So let's now list what we have there here properly. Okay. So we have let me just try to get this name. So we have supplier name. Okay. So in our list we are going to have supplier name, then we have the next, we have the supplier, we have invoice number. Okay, so we just need that invoice number. Then we have invoice number. We have the next is total amount. Don't think we are going to do it like that. So let me just see from our database order. So we have invoice, voucher number. Okay, so we have voucher number, voucher number. Then we have purchase date, then we have date total. So we can remove this total amount. So let's call it total amount. Then we have payment status. Let me see. That is what we have. The total amount, purchase date, payment status. Actually, that is what we are now lacking. Then purchase date. I think purchase date we have not placed. The purchase date is there. So created that, updated that. So those are the details we need. We don't need created that. We don't need created that. But yeah, We don't need created that. We don't need updated that. So we just need that one, created that on the invoice. Okay. We can just put the updated as because for the admin purposes. So when we come here now, we have first we put the purchase get supplier name. Okay. Yeah, so let me just auto complete so that I see what we have. We have this created at date and time. We have this pending, accepted, rejected, that's okay. Then we have this date, string to time, voucher, voucher number, get invoice. So we just need to get these two things. So we have get supplier name, get invoice. So what do we need to do? So we are going to our purchase model. Okay, you have the purchases model where we wrote something, if you can remember, and this belongs to, we used it the other day, so we are now used to it. And I know even if right now I give you that as assignment, you will be able to do it. Okay, so we go to our purchase model. So copy this name, we have the supplier name, and then we go to our purchase model. Where is it? It is here, purchase model, and then we write belong to here. Okay, so we come to get supplier name. Okay, get supplier name, and then return this belongs to supplier model. Okay, it is from the supplier model, it belongs to supplier model. So that is called suppliers model. Let's just check suppliers model, then supplier id. Okay, so supplier model has to be called here. Okay, sure that use app supplier model. Okay, then we are also going to get this. Let me copy. We have from the list, we have invoice number, so we are also going to get the invoice number. So come to our purchase, come to our purchase model, and then you write public that gets supplier number, get invoice number belongs to invoices model, invoice id. Okay, so that is, those are the two things that we are comparing. We have the supplier id, invoice id. So this one will be able allow us to get their names. So in the supplier table, we have supplier name as name. In the invoice invoice table, we have invoice name as invoice number. Let's just get that. So if you have from the invoice, you see we have okay, so it's taking time to load. You'll give it some time to finish loading. Yeah, so you can see we have the invoice number here, and when we come to supplier, we come to suppliers, you can see we have name. So those are the two fields which we are using here. So when we come to our project and refresh this page, we are now getting the two records that we already have, but you can see the supplier name is coming as a name, and this one is coming as a name. So we have invoice numbers also coming as a number. Vouchers numbers are also different. So that tells us that it works perfectly. So we can add another record. So this record we can just fill in very fast. Yeah, let's use that supplier. Then we say invoice 3. We use voucher number that way, and then we choose the date as date 14th. Then we use pending. Okay, not pending, but this time we can say rejected. Then we submit. So we can see that the invoices are coming and the different names are also coming. So this is the last invoice that we have added, the latest, and you are able to see the column is rejected. So that is very much good. How sometimes yeah, I thought that we could do that, but because I don't want this video to be longer, I will not do that. But let me just put this table width to, let's use 150 at least to make it display these buttons perfectly. We can still see that the buttons are not displaying fine. We can also use the button class btn small, btn sm small. Okay, then we also use this one, btn sm, like that. So here we can also use this method on click, return, confirm. Are you sure you want to delete? Yes. Okay, that is a bit. Are you sure? Sorry, let me save. Are you sure you want to delete? So you put this, and this is now going to make it delete direct. So you can see that now at least our buttons are displaying fine. Okay, so when you click this, we want to confirm with the JavaScript, which is asking you, are you sure you want to delete this purchase? You can cancel or you say okay. So for us to delete also, we need to implement the method delete method. Okay, so we are having here, and our class is delete purchase with ID. So let me just put something. Let me check. We have delete purchase as the class here. All right, so when we come here to delete, it will confirm, and then we get the single ID, get single record ID. We pass ID. So we say if purchase, then purchase is equal to deleted will change to 1, then we save the purchase. So let's try to delete this record. Okay, so record deleted successfully, and you can see that the record has not been fetched because our script, our MySQL script that we wrote is fetching only the records which with the status 0, which means it is not deleted. So when you refresh this page, we go to purchases, and we can see that the record has changed to 1. So when you change it back to 0, it means that it is now not deleted, and when you refresh this page, it comes back. So that is how we implement the purchases, friends. If you have any problem, if you have any question, please leave it at the comment section. Otherwise, thank you very much for watching, and I will request you to share and like my video tutorials, and please subscribe to our channel so that you can get more learning in future. May you share this with your friends and make this a community. Let's love each other. When you share, when you subscribe, when you like, you promote me, and I also keep on supporting you with this free tutorial every day. Thank you very much. Bye bye for now.